Hello? Am I live? Can you see me, Helen? Are we there?
Wait a minute.
I think we're up. Hello? Is that working? Are we working?
Somebody, I can't see.
I think we're live. Yeah, people are watching. I can say that.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to my debut Facebook live stream. I kind of feel like I'm a bit behind the times compared to a lot of people. This is my first one, but it's good to break the duck. And you know, it's been a funny year for me this year, in spite, well, outside of the lockdown. So I've been busy with other things in my life, but I've kind of been off the scene a bit. But I'm getting back out there again with a vengeance now. So this is kind of like the relaunch, the start of it. So thanks to everybody for tuning up. Johnny Campbell, hi Johnny, thanks Darren Tansley, thanks, great keyboard player, we'll talk about that later. Hi Karen, Gordon, Lars and George, hi everybody. Let's see how we get on. This is welcome to my basement, well, the basement of Helen and me, in our house in Ferry Hill, where all the shit happens, and a lot of shit. And sometimes it's the cats, but it's usually me. Anyway, let's get off to a nice jolly start. This is a song that I wrote about 20 years ago, but it's been one of those songs that's kind of had legs. It's endured. The renowned Newcastle poet Keith Armstrong always said he thought it was my best song. And a very good friend of mine who's a great folk singer called Marie Little, from Salford, but I know Marie because she's lived in Durham for a long time. We used to live basically 2 streets away from each other in West Rayton back in the 90s. She did a really, really lovely cover version of this, much better than my version, but never mind. And a couple of other people whose profile in the music industry is much higher than mine have expressed an interest in covering it, but I'm not going to mention the names just in case it never happens. But this is about looking to the future, and that's what we're doing as well today. So yeah, this is called A Rich Seam. Hope you like it. Come take a look at this rolling vista. Beneath its blister feels like caves of destiny, with untapped veins, undiscovered waiting for you to stake your claim upon their richest sea. This churchyard holds its share of history, in small graves littering its bonny silent green. How many failed or missed their calling through time spent stalling over what they could have been? And though you be a tiny satellite, one day you may be shining bright. Become a glorious sun, cast your light on sun, cast your light on everyone, radiate your creative demise. The world is getting smaller, and you can do things of which I could only dream. So let it be your crowning glory, the untold story of your own rich sea. Come take a look at this rolling vista, this cracked and blistered, jewel-encrusted legacy. From mine to yours, never deny it. Jump up and cry it as you dig your own rich sea. Oh, get out there and dig your own rich sea. Dig your own rich sea. Dig your own rich sea. Right, great, thank you. Well, we've broken the duck. We've got the first one out the way. Great. Okay. This next song that I'm going to do came out of a project that my partner Helen and me did a year or so ago, called Northern Grit, The Good, the Bad and the Greedy. It was Helen's original concept. She came up with the idea for it and did some fantastic artwork based on different characters, different people from the northeast of England, mostly historical but not all of them, and a wonderful guy called Graham Grundy, who's known as Derek Smalls. I think he pinched that up from somewhere. You'll be able to work out where that came from. Graham put on an exhibition of Northern Grit at the Durham Book Shop, and we did a launch night where I was going to be playing some of the songs that to accompany Helen's artwork, and she'd done some artwork based on some of the songs I'd written as well. It kind of, she would come up with a piece of artwork first, then I would write a song, and then the other way around it would happen where I would write a song and she'd do the artwork. Did I muddle that up? I think yeah, she's correcting me anyway. But it was Sunday night, and the exhibition was due to start on the following day, on the Monday, and I realised there was 3 songs I didn't have for the exhibition. So it was Panic Stations. I had 3 songs to write in a night, which I somehow managed to do with Helen's help. She was like, I said, feed me this bit of information, give me some research, and I wrote 3 songs, and this is one of them that I premiered at the bookshop back then. And I'm doing this one tonight because it's Helen's request. She likes this one. I know a few other people who've heard it like it as well. It's about a woman called Marianne Cotton, who some of you might have heard of, but a lot of you probably haven't. She's known as Britain's first female serial killer, and she was born in a little village called Low Moorsley, which is 3.5 miles from Sherburn Village in County Durham, where I grew up. So it just tells you the sort of people we have around here. And then she later moved to Merton, where Helen lived for a long time. But there was a film No, a TV film, I think, or series, called Black Dark Angel, with the actress Joan Froggatt playing her, which some of you might have seen. Anyway, this is quite dark, but it's very much a ballad, lots of verses, so this is the Ballad of Marianne Cotton. Hope you like it. There's a man lying mangled in the shaft of a mine. Commonplace tragedy, ominous sign. There's an 8-year-old daughter damaged through grief on a tide from which she will find no relief. There's something stirring on the grey North Sea that blows an ill wind that seeps inwardly into the heart of one who has lost, and only she knows the depth of that cost. There's a cunning, seductive manipulator of men. There is flame in the nightwaves again and again. A lying predator behind a dark veil, a fork-tongued snake with a poisonous tail. There's insurance money under the bed. There's a grave in which another husband lies dead. There's an angel of death, another child in its arms, while a temptress continues to peddle her charms. There's a tide of suspicion rolling around. There are bodies exhumed from under the ground. Bands of husbands disturbed from their rest as the spider is trapped and placed under arrest. There's a baby suckling at its mother's breast in a crowded courtroom full of unrest, doomed from birth to become stigmatized, the motherless child of a murderess despised. There's letters being written from a cold prison cell in deliberate strokes, self-pity to sell, doomed from birth to become stigmatized, the motherless child of a murderess despised. There are letters being written from a cold prison cell in deliberate strokes, self-pity to sell, in a petulant hand to apportion the blame on anyone else who does not bear her name. There's a Sunday school bell tolling the doom of one for whom it no longer has room, but has desperately placed a fate in God's hands. But God has forsaken the ground where she stands. There are ministers praying as she bitterly weeps, as a claim of innocence she constantly keeps. There's a press gang waiting to write up their prose, and they're eager to pounce like a murder of crows. There's a scaffold erected behind prison walls, and a long final walk as destiny calls. There's an executioner with inhuman eyes as he calculatingly assesses his prize. Black is the widow, black is her eye, black is the dress on the one doomed to die. Black is her hair and black is her heart, black is the night to which she must now depart. There's a black widow hanging from a fine thread, and and on its back an hourglass of blood red. There's a dark angel dangling from a short rope, spinning and choking on a day without hope. There's a vengeful God in the heavens above, meting out justice with anger and love. There are 21 new stars born to shine, while a red moon mourns a ruined bloodline. There's a group of children skipping to rhymes that tell the tale of her wicked crimes, while a restless dark spirit howls in hell for release from the sorrows from which she can never find peace. Marianne Cotton. Right, I don't know whether I should be saying comments coming in here, but I'm not saying anything, so I don't know what people are saying, but I'm hoping that people are still watching. Okay, this next song is from another project that Helen and me did. Notice I'm trying to plug all the different projects. This is a project we did back in 2017 or 18. For the DLI Research and Study Centre, which is keeping alive the history of the Durham Light Infantry. And that led to another project of mine called From Coalfield to Battlefield, which was songs that told the stories of individuals who'd been through hell and back by being in the Durham Light Infantry from different periods in history. And it was a project that kind of got shelved for a while because other things took over. The Whisky Priests reunion tour took out a year of my life, and it meant the Durham Light Infantry project kind of got like left for a while. But I hope to come back to it someday, because this is a song, I think four songs came out as an EP, but this song was one of the ones that got away, at least for the moment. And it's about a young lad called Robert Robinson, who was a drummer boy in the Durham Light Infantry, or the 68th Regiment of Foot, as it was known at the time, in the Crimean War. And this guy's claim to fame was that he became the errand boy and later the protege to a certain Florence Nightingale, who some of you might have heard of. This is a true story of Robert Robinson, and he's remembered by history as Miss Nightingale's man. So I thought I've got to have that as a title, if nothing else. So this is the story of Miss Nightingale's man. Transport out of Malta, en route for the cold Crimea, a drummer boy of the 68th who'd known neither love nor fear. But when we arrived in Varna, before I could bang my drum, I was ordered aboard a hospital ship, for I had been overcome by a sickness that proved worse than the guns, to which many would now succumb. Scutari Hospital, such a frightful sight I declare. 4 miles of beds full of filth, blood and shit, with rats and lice everywhere. But then I beheld a vision, to which my young dad did sing. A raven-haired angel took my hand, took me under a wing. A nightingale came down from heaven and took me under a wing. From drummer boy to errand boy, I followed in her way. 20 hours with a lamp in her hand, Nightingale's man. I became Miss Nightingale's man. There were Fusiliers and Carabineers, Dragoons and Cherry Bombs, Highlanders, Guards, Green Howards and Buffs, and many other mothers' sons. From Alma and Sebastopol, from a Gulliver man, from frostbite and horrific wounds there suffered many a man, but cholera was the worst of all. King Cholera ruled over all. Now in that awful nightmare, the Nightingale took stock, and as one learned to lead by example, inspired us round the clock. She really fed them on fresh vegetables, wrapped each in a clean linen sheet, and despite the enormous task she faced, she would not retreat. She rose to every challenge and stole victory from defeat. From drummer boy to errand boy, I watched the death rate fall, as with a fierce devotion the Nightingale gave all. But there were all the darlings, each and every one, and I bless the day that I became Miss Nightingale's man. I became Miss Nightingale's man. Blessed are the merciful, whose strength is to endure, who selflessly care for the sick with conscience good and pure. Many have come to thank her for keeping them alive, after the surgeon had pronounced this one will not survive, whilst for a better system she never ceased to compete or strive. Well, she became my patron, she became my friend, she paid for my education after the conflict came to an end. And despite all the words said against her by those who were not there, let them rot with gout in their own self-doubt from the comfort of a soft armchair. For I saw it all through my own eyes. As Miss Nightingale's man I was, Miss Nightingale's man. From drummer boy to errand boy I followed in her wake. 20 hours with a lamp in her hand, not one did she forsake. But there were all the darlings, each and every one, and until the day I die I am Miss Nightingale's man. I am Miss Nightingale's man. One thing that I will always be, Miss Nightingale's man. Miss Nightingale's man. Okay, thank you. Okay. This is a shout out to a friend of ours called Paul Stainthorpe, who has an multi-award winning film company called Lone Pine Pictures that I've done various things with in the past, and we're doing more stuff together in the future. But it was a strange coincidence that we were both working on two separate projects about the same character not so long ago. I can't remember if my memory's shite. I don't know if it was last January or the January before. I wrote about 30 songs in a month for a folk rock opera. And one of those was used as the theme song for Paul's film about the same guy, known to legend as the Butcher Baronet. And the guy's name was John Duck, and he's also known as Durham's Dick Whittington, but he's not as well known as Dick Whittington because he didn't go to London, he came to Durham instead. He came to the wrong city to be remembered, but we're going to try and put him up there with Dick Whittington because he's a really interesting character. And I'm going to do one of the songs from that project now, the Butcher Baronet. This is a song called City of Dreams, which is kind of in terms of the narrative of the opera. It's about the moment when John Duck, it's from early on, when he actually comes to Durham, and it's kind of, he was in search of his city of dreams. But the song's really about anybody who's searching for something, so it's a song for everybody, a universal theme. City of Dreams. Far and wide I wandered in search of my city of dreams. I crossed the browny river by its gladsome babbling streams. I plucked a flower at Maiden's Bower, its yellows and its creams shone like gold and silver as I entered my city of dreams. Foot sore and weary, I entered my city of dreams, but a spring was in my step, for I was full of hopes and schemes. I heard voices on the breeze, their whispers rose to screams, saying grab every opportunity in this city of dreams. Oh, city of dreams, may your colours and your themes build the canvas of my mind, wrapped in endless scenes. City of dreams. I've come here with nothing, I've got nothing left to lose, so take me as I am. It's up to you to choose. I've got so much to offer, how could you refuse? The spirit of Cuthbert guiding me through this city of dreams, to the many questions in my heart, he answered me in reams. I entered the cathedral, and beneath its mighty beams, gave thanks for my deliverance into the city of dreams. City of dreams, where sunlight streams upon those who through struggle perseverance redeems. City of dreams. Oh, city of dreams, dreams, city of dreams. Thank you. Hope it's going all right. I wish I could say what people's comments are, because it's gone. Is it all right? Yeah, I'm getting the thumbs up off Helen. She's sat at the back there. Cheers anyway. I think I need this now. I was getting told off earlier for having wine lips, but I had to clean them off. But anyway, this next song's one that I've been writing, that I wrote. I've written since the lockdown. I've written a number of songs during the lockdown, and this is kind of part of my, it's been part of my therapy during lockdown. And this song is going to be recorded soon for Chris Blackmore. Hi Chris. Joe Solo, yeah, hi Joe. Richard Canton, hi Richard, everybody. Oh yeah, it's coming up. And Conrad from America. Hello Conrad. Just a little plug there with Joe there, Joe Solo. My friend, I'm going to be doing trying to organise a tour next year with my friend Johnny Campbell. Please check Johnny out, he's brilliant. Great friend of mine, and we're hoping to do a tour together next year. We've already had some interest. I think we're going as far as Vienna so far, but anywhere else we can get gigs, it'll be a big help. But Johnny's just done a really fantastic single with Joe for Joe's We Shall Overcome project, and there's a lot of other amazing artists involved in it, and that's just coming out. I think it's out, or it's coming out soon, so please check that out. Judith, hi Judith. Andy from America as well. Hello Andy, great radio show. We go back to the 1980s, Andy Nagy and me. Yeah, everybody knows Andy's cool. Anyway, this is called A Boy's Own Story, and Helen gave me the title. I came up with the words. This is the very much the premiere of this song, and it's been selected to be recorded for a compilation album called Releasing from Lockdown, put together by the good people of the Forum Music Centre in Darlington, which was run by an incredible woman called Alison McKay. And I'm only slightly biased because Alison's daughter Hayley McKay is my second cousin, and she's a fantastic artist in her own right as well. She's absolutely brilliant. And tonight at between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, Hayley's doing an interview on Irish radio for, she's very big in art, she does well in Ireland, and she's, a new single, Breathe, is coming out, so give that a check if you can. So this is called A Boy's Own Story. Hope you like it. For many years it stood the test, giving warmth and peace and rest. It nurtured love, it deadened pain, inspired passion, it fostered gain. They closed its doors on a day of rain. It was never to be seen again. All its contents and knowledge gone, except for memories that linger on. Black fire dancing through the trees, the weeping world is on its knees, choking on the ash and smoke, but it cannot fix what never broke. For what has passed was meant to be. It was fated naturally, but its route was altered by human hands. Hateful minds, deceitful plans. Little boy hurting, little girl lost, each one counting their personal cost. It's like the ferryman pay off the clowns, disperse the fog that shadows the downs. Two stars danced round a black hole, heel to heel and toe to toe, hand in hand and fist on fist. Good and bad both came of this. They tried to beat eternity with a principle of uncertainty. They tripped them up eventually. One spiraled in, but one broke free. The Duke of York marched his men to the top of the hill and down again. Many battles fought along the way, but they lived to fight another day. The days grew long, the men grew fat, their hands grew idle, well fancy that, until they deserted on a fickle breeze. Now they fight as mercenaries. Little boy hurting, little girl lost, each one counting their personal cost. Slight the ferryman, pay off the clowns, disperse the fog that shadows the downs. There is no heaven, there is no hell, just the contents of a wishing well. My coin is stuck halfway down, caught in limbo and lonely town. I'm treading water over shifting sands, clinging on with arthritic hands. Cup your hands, give me a bunk, lift me up, I'm almost sunk. The skies are blinding, radiant jewel, the air is thick with precious fuel. I grasp the moment, I breathe it in, I know at last that I can win. Now I've got you by my side, I'm unafraid, I need not hide. The spell is broken, the bonds are gone, I've burnt my baggage, I'm moving on. Sweep up the anguish and tie it all in to a little bin bag that's weak and thin. That's all it takes to get rid of the waste. Do it with resolve, but not in haste. Little boy hurting, little girl lost, no longer counting their personal cost, for they've slighted the ferryman and paid off the clowns and dispersed the fog that once shadows the downs. Disperse the fog that shadowed the downs. Great, we're getting there, thank you. Right, something a little bit different now. This isn't one of my songs, this is one of Helen's. I'm I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful partner, Helen. We've been together for the last 4 years, but we've known each other for a very, very long time, back to our teenage years, in fact. And finally our lives sort of came back together 4 years ago, and we've both been very happy since, but it's probably been the toughest 4 years of our lives combined, but if it hadn't been for each other, we would never have got through it. And Helen's been my rock. She's a very wonderful artist, illustrator and designer, and she's done a lot of stuff in the music industry for friends of ours. She designed the CD cover for an album by Paul Simmons and Naomi Bedford, who were good friends of ours, and she's done some stuff for Johnny Campbell and various other people, and she's had exhibitions. She's got her own website. Check her out, Helen Temple Illustration. She's absolutely incredible. Not that I'm trying to get her any work or anything, but she's been very ill this year. Some things got a bit, some things sort of came unexpectedly, but we're getting through it. And one of the things that Helen's been, well, she's found a new talent. Well, she's kind of, it's always been there, but we've kind of brought it out together. She's got a great talent as a songwriter, and she's been writing a load of songs during the lockdown. She's surpassed me. I've written about 10 and she's written about 30, so I've got a bit of catching up to do. And one of her songs has also been recorded for the Releasing from Lockdown project, I'm happy to say. But this isn't the one. Helen's hoping that some people out there she's going to be singing some of her songs and recording them, but she's hoping some other people might want to record them for us. But this particular song, I've claimed this one for myself because I love it so much and it means so much to me. And some of you might know, we have a cottage up in the Scottish borders. I lived there for about 10 years during my wilderness years, and it's now a holiday let, and we've been going up there about 2 or 3 times a week over the last few months. And as you can imagine, we see a lot of roadkill up there, and we had a horrible experience with a caravan in front of us that hit a beautiful pheasant, and we ended up running over it afterwards. It wasn't very pleasant, and Helen wrote this song to commemorate that, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic song, and I hope I can do it justice. It's called Bird of Northumberland. And it brought tears to my eyes when she wrote the words, she wrote the music, and I'll do the best I can. Here we go. This is for Helen. I looked into your terrified innocent eye. Never known a family, you were only born to die. At the hand of man or by machine, the elfish glory of the bastards in tweed. Bird of Northumberland, so little you have seen. Cannon fodder for the upper class, your brethren lie in the roadside grass, broken, bloodied, battered and obscene, while you haunt my dreams. Turquoise plumage like the sun on a northern sea, viewed from the moor where once you were flying free. Russet sheen like the autumn beach, in a peat-rich field safely out of reach. Bird of Northumberland, that's where you should be. Cannon fodder for the upper class, your brethren lie in the roadside grass, broken, bloodied, battered and obscene, while you haunt my dreams. You haunt my dreams. as I reach my destination, tears stain my face. Another tiny soul gone, never to be replaced. But beautiful one, you've inspired me. Life is truly short, that's the symbol key. Bird of Northumberland, that I will keep with me. Cannon fodder for the upper class, your brethren lie in the roadside grass, broken, bloodied, battered and obscene. I see it now, it's clear as glass. What's meant to be will come to pass. Now your graceful silent wisdom, so serene, lights my dreams. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I was very, very nervous to begin with. I didn't know how it was going to go. I'm not used to this, and it's very, very weird. I think the comments, I can't say what else everybody's putting, but hello Anita, hello Ian, everybody. Yeah, thanks, Phil, thank you. Please feel free, if you think it's been worth it, to put something in the tip jar. But even better, if you feel inspired, please buy some merchandise. And I'd love to do this again, actually. I think we'll do this again. And I've got lots of ideas for different sort of things and this, that and the other. So yeah, this is the future. One more song. This is another older song. This was originally written for what would have been the next Whisky Priests album, if we got as far as doing one, which we never did. But hopefully it's one of those songs that's kind of stayed around, and it probably still has some mileage in it, and I know Helen likes it, so that's good enough for me, eh? Yes, I know, she's telling me, she's saying, mention the big picture. So yeah, some of you may be aware, I've been putting together a new band for the future called Gary Miller's Big Picture. We're going to be doing an album and hopefully a tour next year. So this is for Jake and Darren and Ian and Lara and anybody else who's connected with that. This song could possibly come. I mean, I've got so many songs now. It's so long since I recorded. I've got dozens and dozens of songs. I'm spoiled for choice, but this is one I think might sort of rear its head again, because it's a very uplifting song to finish on as well. It's about overcoming all your problems and what have you. It's about endurance. So keep the faith. Keeping on, everybody, through these difficult times. We all need some level of hope and endurance. And this is called Albatross and Endurance. Let's hope we can give this the energy it needs at the end. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I'm sorry I couldn't reply to all the messages. It hasn't been coming up very well on the screen. And even if it had been, I'm blind as a bat without my glasses on. But yeah, God bless you all, and hope to see you again soon. In spite of war, they said, as fate lifted its lid, we were damned if we didn't, we were damned if we did. Earnest, brave and purposeful was our guiding light. audacious, bold, romantic, doubtless and forthright. Was it we loved above all else? It seemed too high a price to see her crushed and dying, trapped in the ice. She's going, boys, she's going, gone. But endurance sails forever in glory and in song. The Albatross came down on me as I stood upon the deck, looking me and down at her, and the down that we forget. Then the Albatross came down on me as I stood upon the deck, burning with my ball and chain, cruel wings wrapped round my neck. We're going, boys, we're going, gone. But endurance sails forever in glory and in song. Photographs and diaries capture every last detail of every failure and success since the day that we set sail. But how will history judge us when the memory is revived of the odds stacked against us and how we survived? Well, give me a star to steer by and a high mountain to climb. Build me a home that's safe and warm where I can bide. My time has not yet come. I've no radio or song. My zither banjo's broken. I'm going, we're going, boys, we're going. Oh, but I'm still going strong. So lift up your hearts now in glory and in song. We're going, boys, we're going, gone. But endurance sails forever in glory and in song. Yes, endurance sails forever in glory and in song. Right, thank you. We got there. The Bellevue Sessions, take one. Thank you so much. Thanks, Paddy, Jeff, Uncle Jeff, Jan from Holland. Of course, brilliant. Thank you, everybody. And Emma, thank you very much. Everybody, it's been great. Hope we can do this again sometime, and I can't thank you enough. You've just made me night. It's been brilliant. Get in. Yeah. Take care and good luck, and everybody. We need these things in the lockdown, don't we? We need a bit of fun and whatever. So, good night and God bless. Cheers. That's me checking out, I think. Somehow, where do I do it? What do I do? End live stream, that's the one. Thanks again. Good night. I don't think I've done it, have I? It's not worked. That's it. Is that it? That's it.